Hello, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my last two videos. Today we were talking about the tragedy at Pearl Harbor. We'll first talk about how it surprised the Americans, then we'll talk about how bad a blow to the Americans Pearl Harbor was. And then we'll talk about some heroes that tried their best to stop the attack. Finally, we'll talk about some history from Pearl Harbor and what it looks like today. The Americans were very surprised the Japanese were attacking. The main reason was an American squadron was flying out that same day. So the Americans thought they were friendlies, but instead they were the Japanese. Next, we're going to talk about how big of a blow it was to the Americans. Well, first, the Japanese were firing torpedoes and massive bombs. The dive bombers on the Japanese side were tearing apart the surprised American ships. The USS Reed, Congogram, Utah, Sheely, Honolulu, Jarvis, Phoenix, Montagram, Frangret, San Francisco, Allen, Dale, Phelps, Dewey, Montague, Oklahoma, Arizona, Selfridge, Woodrum, Cass, Tug, Detroit, and the USS Carthy Olson were all destroyed from the dive bombers in Pearl Harbor. Yeah, that's a lot of ships that were all destroyed in one day. Wow. The USS Oklahoma and Arizona are two of the battleships that were sunk in Pearl Harbor. We're going to talk a little about the USS Arizona. This ship was hit with a 2,000-pound bomb in one of the turret's ammo and gunpowder storages. The ship was blown to the bottom of the ocean. Some of the pieces flew over 600 feet away from the ship. Almost all the crew on the Arizona died. The casualties on the Arizona were most of the dead in the whole attack. Next, we're going to talk about some heroes from Pearl Harbor. First, John Finn. He was asleep in his bed when they attacked. He ran outside and manned a .50 caliber machine gun and started firing. He made multiple ammo runs and was injured. He helped injured people and rallied men to fight back. Next, we will talk about Phil Ramson. He was a pilot that scrambled to his plane to fight Zeros. He was one of the only pilots that made it in the air. He showed heroicness and being brave during hard times like World War II. Today, Pearl Harbor is a museum. Ford Museum is on Ford Island that holds Battleship Row. The Arizona Monument is right where the Arizona was. It still pours oil. There are monuments for heroes like the ones we talked about earlier. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Bye.